Hello everybody, welcome back to SSBCrack exams. I'm Anuradha, and in this particular session, I am back with the official cutoff marks for CDS 1 2021 examination, which has been released recently by the UPSC itself. So let's look into this particular session where we are going to discuss in length about these cutoff marks. I will tell you what are the cutoff marks of the written as well as the final cutoff marks of the CDS 1 2021 exam that has been officially released. So first of all, it is very important for you to know that UPSC has published the official CDS 1 2021 cutoff marks for the written exam as well as the total marks that are scored by the last recommended candidates. And it's a historical cutoff marks publication, I would say, because for the very first time in the last 5 years, the OTA has crossed 100 plus marks in the cutoff. And that has been the highest cutoff in CDS 1 2021. So for so long, only in AFA, the cutoff marks was higher for the last 5 years. But for the very first time in the last 5 years, we could see that the CDS 1 2021 cutoff marks is quite high in the OTA. That is, the CDS 1 2021 OTA has the highest number of cutoffs. So now we will also look into the CDS examination. So first we will know about what CDS examination is all about, what are the marking system, what is the examination pattern. Then finally we will look into the cutoff marks as compared to the previous cutoff marks for all the academies, which includes IMA, INA, AFA and OTA. So what is CDS? CDS, which is the Combined Defense Services Exam, is a national level examination organized by the UPSC or Union Public Service Commission to recruit candidates for the IMA or Indian Military Academy, OTA or Officers Training Academy, INA, which is Indian Naval Academy, and AFA, which is Indian Air Force Academy. The CDS exam is held twice in a year and it takes place through the offline mode, that is pen and paper mode. Now, talking about the examination pattern of CDS, the type of examination mainly consists of offline mode of exam and MCQ based objective questions are asked, whereas you need to mark the answers in the OMR answer sheet which will be provided to you. Now, if you are eligible to apply for IMA, INA and AFA, you need to sit for 3 papers consisting of English, General Knowledge and Elementary Mathematics. The duration of each of these papers is of 2 hours. For English and General Knowledge, you are asked 120 questions from each of these papers, but for Elementary Mathematics paper, 100 questions are asked. However, the marks distribution for all of these 3 papers is 100 marks each. But if you are applying for the Officers Training Academy, that is, if you are eligible to go for the OTA, then you have to sit for 2 papers only, which consist of English and General Knowledge. Now again, this is known as CDS OTA. So for the CDS OTA, the exam pattern will be the duration of each of these 2 papers of English and General Knowledge is of 2 hours, consisting of 120 questions in each paper and 100 marks in each of them. So now we will also look into the marking scheme, which is again very important for any CDS written exam. As if you are going for the 3 papers, which is English, General Knowledge and Elementary Mathematics, you have to attempt total of 340 questions and a total of 300 marks. But if you are going for CDS OTA, that is, you are going to sit for only English and General Knowledge, then you are going to attend 240 questions consisting of only 200 marks. Now for English and General Knowledge papers, for every correct answer, you will score 0.83 marks. There is a negative marking scheme as well. So for every incorrect answer in English and General Knowledge paper, you will lose 0.27 marks. But for Elementary Mathematics, the marking scheme is a little bit different in this paper, whereas you will score 1 mark for every correct answer and you will lose 0.33 marks for every incorrect answer. So that, as you have known about the CDS and CDS OTA exam pattern as well as their respective marking scheme, it is also important for you to know the cutoff. But before that, let me also tell you that we have provided for your benefit CDS exam online course 2022. So if you are preparing for your upcoming CDS exam, you can download our SSBCrack exams app from the Google Play Store and get yourself enrolled into this particular course, where all the subjects have been covered in full-fledged details with well and very simple lectures, PDF study notes, quizzes, practice exercises, sample practice questions, previous year's questions and much more. Also, if you have already given your written exam and preparing for your SSB interview, you can obviously get yourself enrolled into our SSB interview online course as well by again downloading our app from the Google Play Store. Inside this SSB interview online course, you will find all the testing procedures of SSB interview being covered in full details along with full-fledged lectures, PDF study materials and practice sets. Not only that, you will also get a chance to be a part of a live interactive classes which take place regularly and on a monthly basis. Now we will look into the most important segment of this session, that is the cutoff marks, which has been officially published for CDS 1 2021 exam. But before looking into the official cutoff for this exam, we will also go through a detailed analysis of the previous cutoff marks. So the cutoff marks we are going to now look into are of the written result of the last recommended or qualified candidate, which is out of 300 marks. So you can see in CDS 1 2017 for IMA, the cutoff was 125, for INA it was 118, for AFA it was 144, for OTA it was 82. For CDS 2 2017, for IMA out of 300, the cutoff was 120, for INA it was 111, for AFA it was 135 and for OTA it was 86. For CDS 1 2018, the cutoff for IMA was 118, for INA it was 98, for AFA 138 and for OTA 69. For CDS 2 2018, the cutoff for the written exam was 116 for IMA, 102 for INA, 131 for AFA and 80 for OTA. For CDS 1 2019, the cutoff was 116 for IMA, 105 for INA, 129 for AFA and 78 for OTA. For CDS 2 2019, out of 300, the cutoff was 134 for IMA, 122 for INA, 148 for AFA and 95 for OTA. For CDS 1 2020, the cutoff for the written exam was 130 for IMA, 118 for INA, 143 for AFA and 93 for OTA. In CDS 2 2020, the cutoff for the written result for IMA was 139, for INA 134, for AFA 152 and for OTA 97. So you could see nowhere in these years you could see that the cutoff for OTA went above 100. But this year, that is for CDS 1 2021, it went above 100. So that is the most historical significance of the official cutoff which has been published for CDS 1 2021. So we will also look into that, but also we will go through the previous year's cutoff marks, which consist of the total cutoff or the final cutoff marks. That is the final cutoff, that is the result after SSB interview of the last recommended candidate, which is out of total 600 marks. So in CDS 1 2017, for IMA it was 249, for INA 241, for AFA 268, for OTA male 163 and for OTA female 164. For CDS 2 2017, the total cutoff for IMA was 244, 237 for INA, 260 for AFA, 167 for OTA male and 171 for OTA female. For CDS 1 2018, total cutoff for IMA was 240, for INA 225, for AFA 279, 154 for OTA male and 150 for OTA female. For CDS 2 2018, for IMA, the final cutoff was 242, 228 for INA, 253 for AFA, 162 for OTA male and 163 for OTA female. For CDS 1 2019, the final cutoff for IMA was 242, 233 for INA, 264 for AFA, 160 for OTA male and 162 for OTA female. For CDS 2 2019, the total cutoff for IMA was 258, 245 for INA, 272 for AFA, 176 for OTA male and 179 for OTA female. For CDS 1 2020, the total cutoff for IMA was 250, for INA 242, for AFA 274, for OTA male 173, for OTA female 177. And for CDS 2 2020, the final cutoff marks for IMA was 263, for INA 257, for AFA 279, for OTA male 179 and for OTA female 178. So now that you have gone through the previous year's cutoff marks for both the written exams as well as the final cutoff marks, now we will look into the official cutoff marks which has been published by the UPSC for CDS 1 2021 exam. So here it is, as you can see it, the Combined Defence Services Examination 1 2021 has published the official cutoff marks. So for IMA, the cutoff for the written exam is 145. Whereas for the final exam, that is the final cutoff for IMA, is 268. For INA, the cutoff for written exam was 136. For the final exam, it was 260. For AFA, it was 158 for the written exam and 281 for final exam. For OTA men, it was 107. You could see more than 100. It has never happened in the last 5 years. So 107 for the written exam for both OTA men and women. But for OTA men final exam, it was 189. For OTA women, it is 191. Make sure that you're getting yourself enrolled into our CDS exam online course 2022. We have also another course called CDS OTA exam online course 2022 as well. So as per your eligibility, you can get yourself enrolled into any of these courses and start your preparation with full-fledged confidence and with rock solid performance that you're going to give in your exam. Also, last but not the least is the SSB interview online course that I've already mentioned in this particular session. So if you're waiting to go for the SSB interview, please make sure you're preparing beforehand, and for that our SSB interview online course will come very helpful to you. And also, if you're preparing for any other defense exam, you can check out the range of courses that we have provided for all written defense exams inside our app. So use the code warrior10 to get an extra 10% off on any of these courses. So that was it from my side. I hope the session was quite informative and helpful for you, and that you will start your preparation for your upcoming serious exam with full of confidence and with full-fledged performance that you want to give in your actual exam. We are here for your help. So always stay positive, stay motivated, and I'll see you next with something more interesting and helpful for your written defense exams as well. Till then, everyone, stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams. Jai Hind.